welcome back to Galactic Quest from Silver Gaming. This is E, of course. Now, I've made some changes, moved some stuff around, and I made a small mistake last time. Ooh, I'll be prone to it, so forgive me, please. I did need a redstone signal to turn this off, but what I had done when I set the enable, I didn't set it to high, so the lever was not enough to turn it off. So this burned up all the coal and used all the steam and wasted it all on these machines. So, whoops. So if you're not using the power, turn the steam dynamo off. And I was going to return to this, to more thermal expansion, but I decided to get sidetracked because I've been talking about magical crops and been going on and on about it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start showing you guys how all that works. But first, we're going to see the hovel has changed. Oh, and I added randomly. This is, because you see I have all this XP. I have 34 levels of XP, but I don't have I have no reason to use it. I got it from all the mining I've been doing and killing mobs and such, so I want to save this XP for later. Now, one of the ways I like to do it is Open Blocks has an XP drain, a tank, and an XP shower. And what you get to do is you just stand on top. Oops, not good on the pad. Stand on the pad. The twinkle, 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 and all your XP drains into this tank and becomes liquid XP, which is so cool. So we'll wait till it all drains. There we go. You see there's 34 levels of XP right there, and it turns it into a liquid. It's 11,521 whatever megabuckets. And what's cool about these tanks from Open Blocks is that they basically work like multi-blocks, where it's normally just one block, but if you add a bunch together, they connect together and become a gigantic thing. You can actually make it in whatever shape you want. And then what I would do, if I need some XP, there's two ways to do it. What I have set up here is a shower, so I turn this on, oh, it showered the XP, see it goes right back into my XP bar again. So if I need to enchant it, I can use it or not. Now, there's another way to do it, let's look at Open Blocks. It's an XP bottler, and what it'll do is, it's on here somewhere. Basically what it does is that, here it is, XP bottler. What it does is that you can connect it to that tank, and it will put all, if you give it some vials or some bottles, just some glass bottles, it'll fill all those bottles up with XP, and you can use them at will. There's a couple mods like Ender.io, and a couple other ones I'm forgetting right now, that actually use XP for certain things. So it's a way to keep it so if you die, you'll automatically lose a portion of your XP unless you gather it back up. So this is a good way to, I don't need it right now, but I will want it later, so I'm going to hold on to that. I also, as you see, have decorated the hovel a little bit more. I decided rather than making a whole other pad in another house and move everything, I'm just going to leave it here. I just made it look a little prettier. I got some chisel blocks from wood planks to look at kind of... So we're going to call it my cellar for right now, rather than a hovel. It's not a hole anymore. It's not dirt. It's actually made of wood. Oh, and I'm not sure if I showed you this. So these are what the oreberry bushes look when they're fully matured. And I just right-click on them to harvest my berries. So they're going strong in there. Now, for magical crops... how to get started? Well, throughout mining down, there's something called essence dusts, which you'll find in blocks randomly around the world as you mine. But there's also essence plants that allows you to grow essence. And the way to start is, I need a diamond. What did I do with that diamond? Oh, there it is. So, take a diamond, and you surround it with essence, like this. Boom. And you make what's called an infusion stone. Well, this is particularly a weak infusion stone. And there's going to be multiple tiers to this system. And what you do with a weak infusion stone is that you surround it in, that'll work, in 4 places, like this, and it upgrades it from regular essence to weak essence. And then what you can do is, I can't do it yet, because I don't have the next level of infusion stone, but I'd turn this into the next level, which would be strong essence, and then I turn strong essence into extreme. I don't know exactly all the tiers, but we'll go through them. But the reason I also need this is because this allows me to make the seeds Um, well, this allows me to make the next level. So once I make enough essence of coal, which will come from coal seeds, I surround the weak infusion stone, and it'll give me a regular infusion stone. And the nice thing is that I won't lose the weak infusion stone. I'll just get a new additional regular infusion stone, and so on and so forth. So once I get this regular infusion stone, then I'll be able to surround it with the next tier and get strong infusion stone. Once I get strong infusion stone, with the next tier of essence, I make extreme fusion stone, and then extreme fusion stone again with the highest tier, which would be like diamond and emerald. I think that's it. That's it. Where you can grow your own diamonds and emeralds at will. You make the master infusion stone. What's nice about the master infusion stone is that it'll tier up any level of essence, no matter what. Whether it's just dust to weak, you can just continue to add it in there, so you can bring it all the way up to the extreme essence, which is the highest essence level. So I started farming my essence. Oh yeah, it's my new door. It's a pocket door. Yeah, love it. So I took down the other platform because everything's growing nicely. And these are essence plants. You see that little icon on the top. It'll tell you what that particular plant is growing, and these are just plain essence crops. So a few of these are matured, so I just smash them, and what I get is my seed back. Whoops. Don't want it to be there. I want it to be there. Get my seed back. I get more essence, and sometimes you have a chance of getting weak essence or other randomly strength essences based on. I know it's a random drop basically from the plant. The other thing you get as a byproduct is essence of nature, and this has varying degrees. It's actually pretty helpful. You can make certain things like mossy blocks, which I can then turn 9 of those into the ball of moss that I could use for Tinker's Construct if I wanted to. You can make like vines and let's see, look at all things here. You can make vines, lily pads. I can make mycelium as long as I find. So if I can grow my own mushrooms if I wanted to. Can't find a cactus, boom, I can make a cactus. Now the other important thing that it makes, but although it's very expensive, is magical fertilizer, and it's the only fertilizer that will work on magical crops to allow them to grow instantaneously. There's other mods that use fertilizers, like forestry has apatite ore that turns into a fertilizer, but that fertilizer will not work on magical crops. The only fertilizer that works is this. Now, there is one thing that does work. Oh, yes, you can also make what's called magical food. Surround any 8 random of the other plant seeds that magical crops have with 1 essence in it. Boom. Now, it's nice. It has 5 seconds of regeneration, 2 and 6 hunger, but I'm set on food. The potatoes, my baked potatoes and everything are working just fine. Now, the other thing I made, which is really helpful, is a watering can. And I'll show you that recipe later. What this does work on magical crops and all other crops. And if you see, it's just watering. How cute, little animation. What it does is that it speeds up. It's not as powerful as bone meal, but it speeds up the growth of any plant, except these, of course. Oh, look at them. They're up to 71%. They're blossoming. How cute. Hopefully I'll get some free ender pearls eventually. So, if I right-click... Oh, boom, matured. Boom, matured. Oh, come on. Now this one's being stubborn. But, oh, yeah, there it goes. So I can just walk through here, water everything, and it helps these plants mature faster. And it also works with these magical crops. The other thing that's neat is that it basically waters a 3x3 area. If you see the particle effects go beyond just the block I'm pointing at. So that's why I've put them in these groupings. And also, vanilla seeds, I know if you put them next to bare tilled soil or farmland, they'll actually grow a little bit faster. I don't really know if magical crops are the same thing, but that's the reason I've grouped them like this, so I have spaces in between them, hoping that they'll grow more efficiently. And then, let's see, so you see, yeah, boom, 5771. So this is what I've been doing. So I've been harnessing as much dust as I can, some essence dust as I can, and then it'll allow me to make the next tier. Now, the next thing I want to make is, boom, boom, boom. Oh, no, that's right. So, like I said, there's multiple tiers. So the seeds, close my door. So the seeds I can make, let's go to magical crops. And there'll be a list of the seeds that I can make. Here we go. So these are all the seeds you can make through magical crops. Of course, we start with essence seeds. The next tier is coal seeds and dye seeds. And after that, it's redstone, glowstone, obsidian. Then it's iron, gold, and lapis, ender seeds, nether seeds, experience seeds, which I think is late. That tier's placed. And the last tier is diamonds. Now, it also includes all these other from other mods, like Certus quartz from Applied Energistics, nickel. I'm not sure. I can't remember where nickel's from. Chimerite, blue topaz, silver from thermal expansion. You can even make ardite and cobalt seeds from Tinker's Construct. So rather than having to go out and mine everything, you can just grow your stuff, and it'll be ready more or less on demand. So let's make the next. So coal seeds. What I need is I need 4 weak essence, which I should have enough of, a seed, and 4 coal. So yeah, I've got plenty of weak essence, and I've got. So we're gonna go ahead and make a couple of these, as I have. So I have enough to make 2. So we'll make boom, 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 boom. And let me steal some coal out of here. Not enough in there. Let's see. I'll get some from upstairs, because I know bamboo coal won't work. So I'll just grab this. Okay. Boom. And put the coal in the corners. And I have made 4 coal seeds. And I'll put all this back inside. So, plant these. We're gonna, ow. That stupid ender pearl seeds. Alright, I'll put them in their own grouping over here. And you see the icons changed. Because these plants, when they're young, look exactly the same. But that little icon pops up, it spins around, tells me that's an essence seed, and this is a coal crop. So we're going to grow these as fast as I can. And in order to level up my infusion stone the next level, I need 8 of these essences. So I've got 4, so 2 crop rotations, so to speak, will give me enough to make the next level of essence. Or next infusion stone. So now there we go. See, these are already matured. I'll wait till the last 2 mature. Hopefully they won't take too long. 57. That one's growing slow. But here, I'll show you what happens. You harvest this. Boom. I get the seed back. I get 1 essence. Now, there is also a chance it'll drop more weak or strong essence in addition to nature essence. So it's a random drop, but as long as I get my seed back, that's all I need. That's what I'm looking for. And of course the coal essence. And what happens is with this essence, in addition to being able to upgrade my infusion stone, I can also make coal from it. And you can infuse almost any material with coal. And really what it does is that it just changes the appearance of it. The only time I think it makes a difference is when you get to obsidian essence. I think you can actually make the, and I have to look this up because I'm not entirely sure, I don't want to lie, that I believe if you infuse an item with obsidian, it makes it stronger, like more blast resistant, but I'm not entirely positive. The reason I say that is because the armor that you can make from these essences requires obsidian essence in order to create the armor, which of course gives you higher durability. I bet these aren't growing very fast because it's nighttime. So let's go take a nap really quick. Boom. And then we'll try to grow these and see if this episode I can get to 8 so I can upgrade my infusion stone. And my long-term... Ow! Stop running into those things. My long-term goal is to, of course, I want to get all the way up to Master Infusion Stone. And then I want to automate this process, because this can get tedious. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do the whole entire process, but you can see how this gets tedious. And I need to get into Mine Factory Reloaded, which has these awesome harvesters and planters, which will automate this process completely. So all I have to do is pop open a chest and collect the essence that it's collecting. Now, the one problem I found in this world, Jen, I have found a problem with this real life World Gen Alpha, is that one of the necessities of Mine Factory Reloaded is a rubber tree in order to make plastic sheets, and I can't find a rubber tree anywhere. However, there's an alternative way to make the raw plastic. So, and I'll show you in a minute what it is I need. And the reason I wanted to do it is because I need help from Magical Crops in order to make it. So let's see. I'm only 2 essences away from the next tier of infusion stone. Yay! And then you can see I don't have to go mining for coal anymore. I can just keep growing this stuff. I could use it and make, I think it was 12 coal out of 8 essence. So that's a good return on investment. So if I constantly have 8 plants that are constantly going, I can more or less, get 12 coal whenever I want. I can instantly get 12 coal just by the matured essence that would be in my farm. So, but trust me, you can tell, I think already, that there requires a good bit of grinding in this particular mod. So like I said, some people find it cheaty, but you know what? You earn what you get from doing this mod if you start out. So let's take my weak infusion stone, and I'm going to surround it with the coal essence, and it becomes a, boom, regular infusion stone. So let's turn this into weak essence. Boom, boom, boom. And then I'll take my regular essence, and 4 becomes 1 regular essence. And now the next tier of crop that I need to make is redstone, glowstone. I can make obsidian, copper, rubber bars. So here we go. Now the one downside to these rubber bars is that in order to make them, I need, let's see, where's the original recipe? Raw rubber, which is what I would normally use for Mine Factory Reloaded that you get from rubber trees, but I can't find that anywhere. I can use a ball of glue. That's kind of a pain to use it. But there is a way to make raw rubber, and I have to find out. Oh, where was it? Let's look it up. It was another mod made a comparable rubber. Or was it just called raw plastic? Maybe that's what it was called. Oh, there it is. Raw plastic. So there were multiple ways of doing this, and I gotta remember where it was. There was a way of making it with clay and something else. Ah, there it is. Plastic tubes. Okay, so the tubes mod, plastic pellets and raw plastic are the same thing. So I can use charcoal, clay, and sand together to make the raw plastic. So rather than having to grow it, I can make it. Now, the way I can get sand, clay, and charcoal, when we know we can get coal from the coal essence, I can also make clay and make sand from Magical Crops by making earth essence and fire essence for sand, and for clay, it's water essence, and earth essence. And these essences also, you can make like a bucket of water for free, like leaves, different snowballs. Based on the configuration of how you lay it out, will give you different product. So I find it really interesting how this works. So sand, I can even make cobblestone if for some reason I wanted to, but the big reason I wanted is to make sand and clay so I don't have to go harvesting that stuff all the time. So that's my project for the next step, is to get this up and running, so it's a little bit fuller. Once I'm capable of making, I can harvest all this. Once I'm capable of making the raw rubber, then I can make Mine Factory Reloaded. I can automate this process, which I'll probably do in the same spot here. Although I may make multiple tiers, because if I can get, eventually I'm gonna have to go to the Nether. I know this, because what I can do is make, as long as I can illuminate the farm with glowstone or some other source of light besides just sunlight, I can make like stacks of farms on top of each other. It's not gonna look all that great, but it's going to be really efficient, and I don't know, build it into the mountain here, or just stack it on top of this existing one. I don't know how I'll do it. I've got all this room here, and I'm probably just going to end up cutting into this mountain more and more, the more I do stuff. And see how I've already terraformed the front-facing part of this mountain, but I have all this space here I can use I don't necessarily want to deforest everything, um, but I think it'd be kind of cool when I eventually build the rocket ship and everything to have uh, the rocket ship come out of the mountain, so to speak. And there's ways to hide, a silo tube and stuff like that. So we'll see. But right now, this is all set up to go to space. So, yep, I'm gonna get this magical crops going, and once I get the raw rubber, then I can show you the Mine Factory Reloaded stuff. And I'm going to make a portal here soon so I can get to the Nether. And before I go into the Nether now, I'm going to need to make some armor because my amazing Technicolor glasses are awesome, but they don't provide really any protection whatsoever. And the dark boots, while really good from Ender IO, I don't have the equipment to upgrade it yet. Although I will dabble into Ender IO later. This was just a random loot drop, so I need to make myself some armor, and I don't know whether I'll have enough. I know I don't have enough diamonds to make the best armor, but there's other things with thermal expansion where I can make some pretty decent armor using Invar and other things like that. Yeah, and then after thermal expansion, after Mine Factory Reloaded, we're going to get into resource acquisitions, where in addition to growing crops, I want to be able to mine things on the planets once I get there. And I think I'm going to do that through Mechanism with the digital miner, which is a pretty cool looking machine. It's like one of the best looking things in any of these mods ever. So let's take a look at it so you can see what it looks like. Digital miner. How cool does that look? It doesn't even do it justice in this thing. But it's actually it's really big, but it requires lots of power. So one step at a time. I'm going to continue on. And I don't know what. I'm probably, like I said, I'm going to dig into this mountain, I think, to expand. But this will be enough space to start out with. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. We will be back in the next episode where I will have finished this magical crop setup and got it going. And then I can show you the Mine Factory Reloaded stuff. And by the time that comes around, I'm going to need to sort out my power. So, I don't know, maybe I'll make steam dynamos. Or maybe I'll have gone to the Nether and I could start with my magmatic dynamos. So we'll see how far along I get, but I'll show you guys that next time. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this. And look forward to more videos from me here soon. I'm going to do probably some Let's Plays in... there's all these games I bought on Steam sales over the years that I've never actually played. So I'm probably going to do some playthroughs of those and go ahead and put them up on the site as well. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Bye!